Hi, I'm Justin DeCoene, and I am a cyst survivor. As you can see by the bandage on my neck, that I did have a cyst. The director is too much of a cheap bum to wait until I was fully healed to finish this movie. So, for the duration of this movie, I will have this bandage on my neck. So please do not let it take away from the experience you are about to have. Hello, my name is Justin DeCoene and I am a time traveler. Or rather, I was a time traveler. You see, there's this guy named Josh who was a super genius beyond the normal realms of his mind. He invented a time machine. Now, also during this time, I was going through a rough time romantically with a girl named Trish. Needless to say, I was dumb and immature back then, so I stole the time travel watch to try and fix up my chances with her. In the end, it worked out fantastically, and I was glad to have the girl of my dreams. Cut to now. You know that type of relationship you never think out? Like the one that was solely based on how pretty or how nice her assets were? That was the one I ended up with Trish. Yes. We thought what we had was love, but in the end, what we had was a relationship that I thought was doomed from day 19. Trish would later tell me that it was just not a relationship that measured up to the others. Needless to say, life went on, and a year later I went to college. Yes, I, Justin DeCoene, went to college. Can you believe that? The fact that I may be in a hairstyling course is never discussed in my family. College was sure different. I occasionally hear from Josh, but I have given up on my time traveling days. I'm just happier to be alive. Or rather, I was happy to be alive. You see, with my college came new friends, and I'm happy to say I have two new great friends. Emily Dahl, she's a great girl. She's also in my program, and we have a mutual love for cheese and salmon. Truth be told, if I could only muster up the courage to ask her out, I would, in an instant. But then again, I failed before. Next is my other friend, Tony McPhee. Like Emily, he is in my program, and unfortunately, he seems to be also interested in Emily. Aside from the possibility of a love triangle, life was amazing. At least until last summer, August 21st, 2011. I was just moving in my student house when I started noticing these strange things happening. I thought it was all in my mind, as August 21st, 2011 marked the 2-year anniversary since anyone last traveled through time. I was sure it was just in my mind, until it started happening again, and again. And eventually, it wasn't just the things around me that were starting to act weird, but it was also I who was starting to fall in and out of the timelines. Again, I thought it was crazy until last night. The night where all this stuff went down, February 11th, 2012. This is the next chapter.
Long red hair with the big blue eyes. She might say yes, but she might say no. Just don't say I didn't tell you so. Little Justin, what you gonna do? If you find you're loving her, but she's not loving you. She might say yes, but she might say no. Just don't say I didn't tell you so. Follow her across the world, you sail across the sea, just to say I love you, babe, do you love me? She might say yes, but she might say no. Just don't say I didn't tell you so. Little Justin, what you gonna do? If you find you're loving her, but she's not loving you. She might say yes, but she might say no. Just don't say I didn't. Just don't say I didn't tell you so.
I can't believe how much homework we have in the hairstyling course. Like, it's insane. I never thought I'd have to do an essay on the history of the pompadour.
At least you're a guy. Our combing teacher keeps touching my hair.
Touching your hair?
Touching it and shuddering. He says it's the pinnacle of hair. I personally say he's a creep.
Well, in hairstyling, the teachers touch the students' hair. In broadcasting, the teachers touch the students' lenses. In early childhood education, well, they go to jail.
That was really dark.
Well, I can't help it sometimes. Makes me think of my dad. Man, I miss him sometimes.
Here we go. So, Emily, how's your tea?
It's fantastic. Might I say that your choice of ham adds so much to the flavor of the tea.
Yeah, I basted the ham in a honey mustard mix for 48 hours.
What are the odds that the 3 people who will only drink tea if it's accompanied with ham all met in the same program?
I think it could be fate.
Fate?
You actually believe in fate? I've learned in my past experiences that there's no such thing as fate. You have to live with the decisions you make in life.
This is coming from the guy who wants to write a book about the adventures of his time-traveling companions and then insists it's a true story?
Listen, Tony. You have no idea what I've actually been through. The stories I've told you and Emily are true. They've happened to me once before, and by God, they can very well happen again. It's like you, my best friend, doesn't even believe me. Sometimes, I don't even know who the hell you are.
You know, Tony, you're a great friend, but sometimes you really need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Oh yeah, great. Leave me, why don't ya? What do I do now?
Come on, Justin. He's not worth it. We all know he likes to grind your gears and get you all worked up. He's the one that's insecure. And we all know what that means.
What does it mean?
Never mind. The point is, it's not worth the agony.
You believe me, right?
I believe in certain aspects.
Wonderful. You don't believe me either.
Justin, listen. I know that whether you travel through time or not, you overcame a great barrier, and you got to date the girl of your dreams, and it lasted a whole 3 weeks.
Actually, it was 20 days, so it was 2 weeks and 6 days, but who's counting?
Nobody's counting. Okay, nobody. You had your fun, and you moved on. To tell you the truth, out of you and Tony, I'd say you're the better of the two.
Oh. Thanks, Emily. That really means a lot. Oh, damn!
What's wrong? I'm just being nice. There's no reason to take your clothes off. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. One minute my pants were normal, and the next they were at my ankles.
And the next thing you know, you got your boxers off waiting to seduce me?
I would never seduce you.
What the hell's that supposed to mean? I'm feeling insulted.
Insulted? I would never seduce you because I know you don't like me like that.
And how do you know that? Maybe if your head wasn't so far in the past on your stupid sci-fi time traveling book, you would notice that maybe, just maybe, another girl besides your goddess Trish, who obviously didn't see you for who you really are, is interested in you. All you ever talk about is Trish this, Trish that. You dated for 3 weeks.
Like I said before, it was 20 days. 2 weeks and 6 days.
Sorry, my bad.
I'm sorry, if I may interject. You like him? I thought you liked me.
You? Tony, we had one drunken encounter and you think that needs to turn into a meaningful relationship?
I take every drunken encounter I get very seriously.
Wait a minute. You two hooked up?
It was more like he hooked up. Honestly, had he not videotaped it, I wouldn't even remembered it.
It's a video?
Not anymore. She literally burned it inside the camera. It cost me $200.
Well, you know, maybe next time you shouldn't record things like that.
Yeah, I am confused. So, did you guys do anything?
Take a guess.
Of course we did stuff.
And to think I went all this time hiding the truth from you, Justin, because I actually thought you had a thing for me and would have been hurt if I told you about Tony. Oh my god! What happened?
Honestly, I don't know. It felt like someone pushed me from the side.
Should we call someone for help?
No, there's only one man who can help me.